the Slipknot guys were at the Houdini Mansion making, I think it was Subliminal Verses.
Okay.
And I had gone there.
Oh, I know what you're going to tell me.
I had gone there with my ex-wife.
Last Resort was the first video, right?
Yeah, that was the first one. Yeah. 2000.
How crazy
April
first
2000.
video
Yep.
is a song that just becomes like that entire generation. That's their song.
Absolutely. And today, we were just talking over the weekend, certified 1 billion plays on Spotify.
Yes, sir.
Yep. That's incredible.
Yeah, there's only a handful of songs that have that distinction. But
YMCA, I believe, is the other one.
yeah.
Right.
For the
Correct.
Village people.
Correct.
Dude, you see pictures. Do we
The
have
voice of
pictures?
another generation.
I think Matthew's pulling up the pictures of Dave. He does not look anything like he did.
Whoa.
Well, let's see.
That
Here, I'm going to
is-
give some to the camera right here.
Yep.
Here, right here. Take
All
it
right.
all in, right? And
Yeah.
then
Yep, that's you.
That
behind.
guy just above his shoulder,
Yeah.
also him. Let's see that tongue.
Let's go.
Give me that pose. Yep, it is him.
what's up?
Wow.
Let's go.
Dave. And then there's them
Woo!
on his drums.
Who ate Dave?
Yep. Wow. Dave lost. Oh my God.
There
Dave,
we go. Yep.
That
New
guy.
York City. I remember that shoot.
That's how he was discovered for Papa Roach, playing in New York City at the Times Square on the bucket.
Yeah, on a bucket.
He was
Yep.
busking.
Yep. That's right.
Dave lost over 250 pounds. And
For real?
yeah.
Yes.
I didn't realize it was that much.
200,
Woo!
220, 225. It was
Yeah.
like, you know,
You
okay.
lost to me.
When
You
I
lost
topped
seven-
out, I stepped on the scale. My scale only went up to 425
Mm-hmm.
and I would step on it and it would say error.
Oh,
So I had no idea. I knew I was at least 425,
man.
but I had no idea how much above that. I knew I was well north of that,
Mhm.
but I have no idea how much.
Was that in Papa Roach or post Papa Roach?
Post Papa Roach? Yeah, when I left the band, you know, I sort of ate my feelings. I've always been a big dude, even my entire music career, the whole run in Roach and all that. So I was always hovering around 275, 300 pounds or so. And then when I left the band, I was just, I was trying to get sober at the same time, but hadn't got the skills, the tools, to process all the other things that come with getting sober. So I ate a lot of my feelings, and there we were, like somewhere north of 425.
Man.
That's all I know.
That's incredible.
So when you
amazing.
you continue to put on weight while you're in the band?
No, I would kind of go. I would up and down, depending on which drugs I was on at the time, or if I was drinking a lot or doing a lot of blow or whatever. So I would go, when I was doing a lot of blow, I would kind of go down, but I was always big. I was always a big dude. When I was drinking a lot, which I feel like I was always drinking a lot, but yeah, I would, if I wasn't doing the blow to counteract, I'd blow it out.
Yeah.
And then, kind of get a little bit, I would call it gaunt back then, but I had no, I was still a big dude.
I never asked you, did you ever have any medical scares back then? Because you were so big, your body's like taking so much pressure.
I'll tell you, right around we were making our third record, Getting Away with Murder.
Okay.
And at the same time, the Slipknot guys were at the Houdini Mansion making, I think it was Subliminal Verses.
Okay.
And I had gone there.
Oh, I know what you're going to tell me.
I had gone there with my ex-wife to go hang out. It was me, her, and then some of the Papa Roach guys, I think Kobe and Tobin probably were there. And they were playing us the new album. And they had it like the mixing room was about as big as a studio. And they had the speakers cranked to like 11. And I could feel like felt like something was going, ringing in my ears. I felt like a buzzing in my ear. And I was like, wow, that was really loud. And then the next morning we drove home and I went down and take a nap and I woke up and half of my face it wouldn't work.
Ooh.
And I was like, is my body work? So I thought I had a stroke.
Right.
But it turned out to be Bell's palsy, which can be caused by loud noise, stuff like that. It's like trauma to the eardrum.
I like that you were carrying over 425 pounds. Everything was pretty good physically. It took a Slipknot record
Yeah,
to give you Bell's palsy.
that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've heard that record. I get it.
It was nuts.
Isn't that what Justin Bieber had? Was
Yeah.
Bell's
Yep,
palsy
Bell's palsy.
episode, and then he was okay, and he's okay now. So I'm not that familiar with the condition. So obviously, it's something that can be reversed. Is it possible it can be?
That's the
permanent?
thing. Okay, so I go to the doctor. He's like, "You have Bell's palsy. It wasn't a stroke." So I'm like, "Thank God."
Mhm.
But and so I'm like, "So when does it get better?" And they're like, "Well, it might heal up in you might have it a few days, you might have it a week, might be a month, might be a year, or you could have this the rest of your life.
Mhm.
And like just half of my face melted.
Ooh.
You know what I mean? Just like, this eye, none of this side would work at all.
How was your anxiety after
yeah.
hearing that?
Oh yeah, dude. Oh no, it's chill, man. I was like, yeah, bring it. It's cool. Yeah. No, so I got on the internet
He's
and
a fan of Papa. He's okay with
yeah.
it. Like,
I got on the internet and researched, the symptoms and whatnot and then potential treatments. And I found that some forum I was on said that acupuncture could be helpful.
Nice.
And so I would get acupuncture probably seriously, like twice a week I would go. And it was the kind where they attach the electrical electrodes to the needles.
Yeah.
And I did that for a month, and a month later, my face was back.
Nice.
Yeah.
wow, that's a frightening.
But it could have been, I could still be like, yeah, so anyway.
Well, you could have always been an announcer for WWE, though.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
or
still
a
could-
wrestler.
I don't even get that reference. I have no idea what
I'll show you later.
Okay.
Or a wrestler.
We'll put that
Could
up
be
right now, Matt.
El Distorto. Yeah, dude. He we were also supposed to be joined by another friend of ours who was hanging out with yesterday at the Super Bowl. We were watching the Super Bowl at a friend's house. Riki Rachtman is supposed to join us, and Riki bailed out at the last minute.
With full Hollywood.
Well,
Let's go to dinner.
Which, by the
Didn't
way,
wanna do
man,
the
that was my
podcast.
first time meeting Riki last night.
Oh, really?
And yeah, I'm just going to get this out of the way right now, but thank you.
Nice.
Like Headbangers Ball was, I feel like without that, there wouldn't be a me today. You know what I mean? Like my career and
For
stuff.
sure.
It's awesome.
Like introduced me to all the bands that made a difference.
Mhm.
Oh, dude, the first time I ever, he did an interview with me for something when I was on, when I first started auditioning for the Howard Stern show, and he started bringing up stuff about me, and I was like, and he goes, Craig, when you did this, what were your thoughts? And I was like, Riki, this is so weird, man. I can't believe I'm talking to you. Like I was tripping out on that, but super nice dude who just toured around the country last year doing a one-man show. And I wanted to get him in here to talk about some of the stuff because he's got stories about, Axl Rose got him. Axl Rose picked up the phone and called MTV and said, if you're looking for a host for Headbangers Ball, I'll put my buddy Riki in there.
Mhm.
That's how he got the job. And then he's got stories about doing Cat House and Axl Rose threatening to kick David Bowie's ass. Like he's got stories that are insane. He had some young guy that wanted to intern for him whose name was Shannon Hoon. And he was like, I just want to work at your club. And I might be remembering the story wrong, but he gave Shannon Hoon a job in LA before he formed his band Blind Melon.
Yep.
And
Also told me last night that the Black Crowes were the only band that paid to play at the Cat House. They paid $400 to be on that stage at the Cat House. That is awesome.
no shit.
Yeah.
So Riki couldn't make it.
Yep.
That's okay. We
But
got
you know
Dave.
who's got stories and is here?
Dave Buckner.
That's right.